fiancée Aurora, driving from the airport to the Sicuro Academy after the four of us went home to Miami for the week-long break between semesters. I turned to her. "At least you'll be in New York with Marcello," I whisper. Mira squeezes my hand. Mira is to marry Marcello Costa and go live with him in New York because he's the head of the Costa crime family and they control the northeast section of the country. I, however, will be stuck in the southeast, where Mira and Antonio's father is head of the La Rosa crime family and my dad is a capo. Since Antonio is next in line to run the empire, seeing him with Aurora is a permanent part of my future. Antonio and Aurora were arranged to be married by their fathers, announced to everyone during the Christmas break. Merry Christmas to me. Why not put coal in my stocking, too? It's been less than 2 months since the official announcement, and I'm already sick of her baby talk and public display of affection. And it's not only because she has Antonio, it's also because she's a Class A bitch, a real mean girl, and I don't say that lightly. I'm pretty easygoing and get along with almost everybody. But growing up, Aurora was always jealous of Mira because her dad was head of the family, so she tormented her relentlessly. Even went so far as to put a picture of a pig in place of Mira's senior photo in the yearbook. Basically, she's not a nice person. At all. And the fact that she's going to marry Antonio is like injecting poison into my already withering heart. "Do you think I should change into a reception dress or keep it old school and stay in the dress from the ceremony?" Aurora asks Antonio the 100th question about their wedding since we boarded the plane. My gaze flicks back to them. He shrugs and continues to look out the window.
"Do whatever you want."
His voice is indifferent, and I inwardly preen. Mira confided in me that Antonio's not thrilled about being arranged to marry Aurora, but he'll honorably do what's best for the family. With Mira's marriage to Marcello shoring up the relationship with the Northeast, their father thought Antonio should be married to someone who would strengthen the family. Since Aurora's father, Aurora Salucci, is the underboss and well-respected, Aurora was the sensible option. "Make sure you wear black," Mira says. "Want the outside to match the inside." Aurora narrows her eyes at Mira, then turns to Antonio. "You aren't going to let her speak to your fiancé that way, are you?" Antonio sighs and pushes a hand through the dark curls on top of his head. The darkness under his eyes says he hasn't been sleeping well.
"Mira, keep it in check."
Mira simply rolls her eyes, while Aurora gives her a shit-eating grin. Thank God, the limo rolls to a stop a minute later when we reach the gates of the academy. The guards go through the security check with the driver. Then we roll down the windows so one guard can see who's in the back of the limo, while the second security guard checks the trunk and under the car to be sure we're not bringing in any weapons or explosives. Once we're moving again, we drive for a bit, then make another stop at the security building set closer to the main campus. We file out to hand in our cell phones in exchange for the ones the college issues that only call and text other people within the college network. Then our bags are searched for contraband, and finally, us, before we're back in the limo and on our way to the dorms. Security is top-notch at the Sicuro Academy. The private college was created by the 4 Italian crime families that run the United States. You have the La Rosas in the southeast, where we're from, the Costas in the northeast, the Accardis in the southwest, and the Vitalis in the northwest. 3 decades ago, after a series of fights over territory that resulted in a bloodbath, killing a lot of young men on the rise to prominent positions, they built the academy. The word sicuro in Italian means safe. They can all send their children.